everybody, welcome to a guide for Ark Survival Evolved Winter Wonderland update. So I've seen a lot of comments, a lot of posts, a lot of things going on. People not being able to survive when they're just starting out in Ark, and that's kind of understandable. It's cold. The cold can definitely kill you in the game, as I'm sure you've probably realized. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. So we're going to talk a little bit today about surviving in the cold in Ark Survival Evolved. So the first things first, get a torch. Torches are super handy. They're going to keep you kind of warm. They'll do you good. They're really easy to make. You unlock them like immediately. Just craft one. Just do it. You're going to use one like the entire game anyways. You may as well get used to it at the start. The next thing I would probably recommend to you guys, try to get a house up as quick as possible. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't even have to be made out of anything other than thatch, which is what's on the ceiling here, and ooh, got stuck. It's what I'm using for the foundations, and probably a couple walls in here as well. Yep, nope, okay. Make a thatch house. It can be really small, it can literally just be one square. But I would probably recommend you do like a 2x2 design. It's not going to take too many materials, it's pretty easy to make, and it's going to keep you really warm. The way you can kind of gauge how warm or what kind of warmth you're getting is if you look at your inventory screen, you're going to be looking at hypothermal insulation. So you can see it's at 146 right now, and the reason that it's so high is because we have the house benefit, which you can kind of see in the center right. Oh, there goes the torch. The center right of the screen over there. So whenever you see that icon, it means you are fully enclosed with walls, ceilings, floors. It's going to keep you warm. Recommend you craft a campfire, because you're going to need one regardless to cook meat for quite a while anyways. And it's also going to provide you with quite a bit of warmth as well. So basically, if you have a house, a 2x2 house, a campfire, and a torch, you're going to be sitting pretty good. Definitely make the cloth armor when you can. This is going to give you a little bit more protection against the cold as well as the heat, which you pretty much don't have to worry about at all right now. But let's look up that metal pick. But it's going to help you in the long run regardless. So in terms of items, let's take a look at the engram tree, right? So you're going to want to unlock Campfire, Stone Hatchet, of course. And you can see that I'm a little bit leveled up. I'm level 15 now, I think, but it doesn't matter. Unlock the Spear. The Spear is going to be huge for you because even if you do survive the cold, there's still going to be tons of dinos out there looking to chomp on you a little bit. The worst one right now that I've encountered or that I've seen people kind of make posts about is the Argentavis, which is that big giant bird eagle type thing, and they're pretty easy to deal with once you kind of get it down. I'm going to show you right over here. Let's just move right on over here. I just want to get far enough away where my dinos don't aggro on it as well. So the strategy, right, with the spear you can left click and that's going to just kind of poke at things. If you hold your right mouse button down, it's going to kind of launch it back here, and once you release, it's going to throw it. So the strategy is once an Argentavis is aggroed on you, you're just going to want to hold your D key and just kind of strafe around it. If you're strafing kind of in a circle around the Argentavis, and I'll show you this with an actual Argentavis in a second, it's going to be really hard for it to hit you. Let's go ahead and spawn one in. I'm just going to use an admin command here. So we have an Argentavis. We broke our hat. So as you can see, I'm just strafing around it. It can't really hit me. So they're pretty easy to deal with, right? Just keep strafing in a circle and they're basically not going to be able to hit you. Argentavises, or any flying creature in Ark for that matter, takes increased damage from any projectile weapons. So that includes spears, slingshots, bow and arrows, etc. So let's go ahead, line up a shot here as best we can, and we'll miss. Good. Are we seriously missing just all over the place? Let's hit it. Okay. So we missed a couple shots, but that's okay. So we'll use our slingshot for the rest of it, and it's still going to do enough damage in the long run to take this guy down. And all I'm doing here is I'm just strafing, and it barely hit me at all. Let's take a look at the inventory. So we're going to get some stone arrows, some trank arrows, some gear and berries and all that good stuff. These guys actually have the ability to drop metal items, such as this pickaxe right here. They're gonna drop, they can drop metal picks, hatchets, they can even drop pikes, I believe. So it's gonna be really easy for you to gear up, actually. A lot of people are saying that this patch with the Argentavises is really hard because they keep killing them, but really if you just strafe around them, they're really easy to take down. They're going to give you a lot of good gear, and they're a good source of meat as well. So use your pick, of course, and just start harvesting. If you didn't know, the picks are going to give you more meat. The hatchets will give you more hide. And that's just the same for every other dino out there, basically. So, now that we have all this meat, we're going to want to make sure to be cooking it up as well. When it's cold outside, your character will consume food quite a bit more frequently. So having a good source of food at all times is very important. But that's about all you really need in order to survive in the winter. When you're first starting out, I would recommend to spawn in the south, just because there really aren't that many carnivores. Like, the worst thing you're really going to encounter here, other than the Argentavises, of course, are going to be the Dilophosaurus, which are those spitters, or the Newman dinos, as they've been coined by the community, I believe. And those are pretty easy to take down as well. You just kind of have to avoid the spit that they spit at you. And you can just do that by strafing as well. I'd probably recommend taming a couple just to start. They make pretty good early game dinos. But that's going to do it for the episode, or the guide, I suppose. I hope it does help you. If it does, leave a like on it. It does help out so very much. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you guys have any other questions or comments or anything like that in regards to Ark and surviving in the newest patch here in the seasonal event, leave a comment below and I will definitely make sure to answer as many of them as I possibly can. But until then, I hope you guys are doing good. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the Ark.